Percy and Toby were worried. Thomas's recent accident had caused a great deal of trouble, and Sir Topham Hatt was waiting for them with important news, while Thomas is indisposed. Daisy was not easy to please. She shuddered at the engine shed. "This is dreadfully smelly. I'm highly sprung, and anything smelly is bad for my swerves." Next, they tried the carriage shed. "This is better," said Daisy, "but whatever is that rubbish?" The engines woke next morning feeling exhausted. Daisy, on the other hand, felt bright and cheerful. "Woo, woo, woo," she tooted as she came out of the yard and back to the station. "Look at me," she purred to the passengers. "I'm the latest diesel, highly sprung and right up to date. You won't want Thomas's bumpy old Annie and Clarabelle now." The passengers waited for Daisy to start, but she didn't. She saw that a milk van was about to be coupled to her and was most indignant. "Do they expect me to pull that?" "I won't," said Daisy. "Percy can do it. He loves messing about with freight cars." She began to shudder violently. Daisy lurched backwards. She was so cross that she blew a fuse. "Told you," she said, and stopped. "It's Fitter's orders," she said. "My fitter's a very nice man. He comes every week and examines me carefully. 'Daisy,' he says, 'never, never pull. You're highly sprung, and pulling is bad for your swerves.'" "So that's how it is," finished Daisy. "Feeble, feeble," spluttered Daisy. "Let me." So they uncoupled the van, and Daisy purred away, feeling very pleased with herself. She could now enjoy her journey. "That's a good story," she chuckled. "I'll do just what work I choose and no more." But she said it to herself. Daisy, the diesel rail car's work in the countryside was full of surprises, but she was frightened of bulls and cows, and she remained very lazy and stubborn. Next day, Sir Topham Hatt arrived. Toby and Daisy had helped to clear the wreckage, but Percy remained on his perch of freight cars. Daisy was ashamed. "However, Toby says you worked hard after Percy's accident." "Thank you, sir," said Daisy. "I will work hard. Toby says he'll help me." Toby has taught Daisy a great deal. She shooed a cow off the line the other day all by herself. That shows you, doesn't it?
"Oh, what's that?"
Silent and still, lined up on guard.
"Who are you?"
Rusty plucked up courage.
"One. We have one."
Rusty grew braver still. Then I'll just go and inspect." Brooding lines of diesels.
"Where is he going?"
They hissed. "Just down the line," replied Rusty. And they chuffered quickly away. Daisy thought Toby's fenders were silly. "You're afraid of getting hurt yourself," she flounced. "I don't have stupid cow catchers, but I'm not frightened. I'd just toot and they'd all go away. They would with me. Animals always run if you toot and look them in the eye. Even bulls," said Daisy. Daisy had never met a bull, but she purred away quite unconcerned. She said, "It's easy. I just toot, and they all stand aside. Poor little Toby. I'm sorry he's frightened." At the next station, a policeman was waiting. Daisy was excited. Now, she thought, I'll show Toby how to manage bulls. "Ooh," tooted Daisy. "Go on." "Ooh," said Daisy again. "This is all wrong," thought Daisy. "How can I look him in the eye if he won't turn around?" At last he did. "Ooh, oh," murmured Daisy. "Why doesn't he run away? You know he's harmless, and I know he's harmless. But does he know? Look at his horns. If I bumped into him, he might hurt them. The farmer wouldn't like that." Champion sniffed at Daisy. "Ugh," said Daisy, and that was that. Daisy did no more. Toby was bemused and amused to see her back in the station so soon. But Daisy stayed silent. He clanked away. Daisy was feeling exhausted. She was glad when her day's work was over. Some boys were on the platform. "Ah, keep your old bull's eyes." And Daisy scuttled to her shed.
Steamies and diesels came from all over the island. The coaling plant was very busy. The plant manager was surprised. This made the diesels cross. He blew his whistle. All of the engines agreed.
So that's how it is